Damn, I'm on the, well, it's all hard parts in my backpack right now because I have to pack a lot of hardware just to get a little bit of computer stuff done because I'm too poor to buy a new laptop. And I don't want to, work under the table, but I'm confessing with this video that when I first arrived on Vancouver Island and the depression that set in part because I was away from a girl I still loved in Ontario, but also in part because I quickly realized that people were also the same there, I still decided I'm going to try to get a life going here, learn about myself, my brain, and other people's brains, and why it's the same here. So I worked under the table sometimes, and this allowed me to more quickly be of service. For example, to have served a community with a driving school that was very much appreciated for 5.5 years, to do a lot of volunteerism, like volunteer counseling programs, a driver for Cancer Society, multiple things that have resulted in letters of reference. To be able to afford all this and get going and set roots, as I had to play the games, right, that were even advised to me by people to do it this way. People that, wouldn't, in this life that they live, have evolved the transparency that I do now. Now I don't want to be a guy who does things that is buried inside as a secret because it's unhealthy. So I live a lot more transparently than the average person, a lot more. And that's how sentience and sapience have evolved in me over the years. So am I, like, let's say the RCMP would like to arrest me for this confession. Well, oh, you can, but you know what's going to happen when I testify in court is I'm going to talk about all the stories that meant that I had to do this and that it allowed me to be of civic duty and volunteer and that I did it less and less over time, but that people that interacted with me should be arrested for something much worse than this, including the RCMP. Like, I have data on the RCMP where they should arrest themselves. So do you want to do this as a guy that got better? And, if you do, you'd have to arrest like 99% of Quebecers, probably 9 out of 10 of British Columbians. So do you want to, have the hypocrisy when I'm now living a life where I role model what an Homo sapien would do at the cost of going really far back down into poverty, but having now acquired skill sets and human thinking tools to allow myself, again, not to start having extremist behaviors, fundamentalist views, extreme mental illness, addictions, tendencies towards crime or whatever. But as I live among you, though, I got to say that when my tummy gets bloated from not having access to healthy food, or having to advocate for myself all the time instead of living a life with more leisure and exercise that would help me digest, is I am harming myself as I live among you. Because although I manage my anxiety very well, as I live outside of your norm, as I live the unorthodoxy, the life most uncommon that I've ever met or known about, is that, I still get issues with bloating. And bloating is my digestive tract working really hard and getting damage and causing more issues over time. Now, I can deal with this in ways that doesn't escalate as much as it would with somebody with less human thinking tools. But still, it harms me to live among you because your dishonesty and your hypocrisy and your lack of living as who you claim to be is so off the charts that there is no way that you could consider yourselves more honest or ethical than me or an Homo sapien. So there you go. Now that's off my shoulders. I did this in the past. I served my community well in ways that more than compensated. I did it less over time. And I'm the one that's doing it the least now.